Hello everybody and welcome to our new Let's Play of Darkest Dungeon, Crimson Court. Yes, that is right. For once, we're actually playing something new on this channel, relatively speaking. And I know you're probably thinking, well, why didn't I do this day one? Well, that's primarily because the update that came with Crimson Court broke a lot of mods. And anybody who's, hell, just looked at the description for any of my Long War 2 or XCOM 2 playthroughs will know that I love mods. Like, a lot. Let's just name this Crimson Court YouTube. Just so I know that this is the one that I'm going to be using for YouTube. And as for the mods, really got to rearrange some of this. Let's go strong start. Unfortunately, we're not going to be using any custom classes on this playthrough because, again, the update broke a lot of mods, including those. Let's see, level restriction removal, Marco's inventory balance, and Crimson Curse buff. Those are the mods we're going to be using. There may be some added on. Maybe even some custom classes, but first I'd like to get the new hero class that's been added in this DLC. And without further ado, let's get this started.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Well, once again, we are off to a wonderful start. Being stranded here with no caretaker and most likely bandits along the way.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Brigands running the land. Well, at least we were smart enough to hire a couple of mercenaries.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
I'd kinda rather we didn't do it in a brutal fashion, just so that, you know, we don't call down every brigand in the area on us. So, for those of you who haven't watched any Darkest Dungeon playthrough, combat is fairly simple. It's turn-based. Everybody gets a turn, then moves on. You select your ability that you want to use, and abilities are limited in how you use them. As you can see, the yellow dots below this represent which positions in the party that your skill can be used. For example, I can only use this from the 3 positions on the far right. And I can only use it on targets, the red dots, that are far enough forward. For example, I can't use pistol shot because there's nobody in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th slot for the enemies. Same thing for tracking shot. Party positioning is going to become very, very important in this game. There are going to be some things that screw up your party positioning. And there are also going to be enemies that dodge your attacks entirely. Yay. And bleeding. One other thing you should note. See this guy? He has something called protection. What that means is that 15%, in his case, of all damage done to him will be... well, let me rephrase that. Anytime we do damage to him, it will be reduced by 15%. However, damage over time attacks, such as Bleed and Blight, which we'll see later on...
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Damage over time attacks completely ignore protection, so they're useful to have. And here we have curios. Curios are basically things that you interact with the world for a chance at getting...
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
For items. However, they can also have adverse effects on your heroes. Very, very adverse effects. Some of which you can actually use items on to counter those adverse effects.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Alright, I'm going to start out with a tracking shot to get that extra damage buff for Dismas, and try and take out the Brigand Fusilier. This guy...
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Is a serious problem because he can hit all of your allies and hit them with a debuff that lowers their dodge, which is not very good. I'm going to try stunning the big guy here. Hopefully it works. Nope, he resisted it. Ouch. Point blank shot. That's a heavy damage attack. But it is one that I can use myself. Well, eventually. Now you can switch your party members around during...
The will to fight falters.
During battle, but it will cost a turn. So you gotta be careful. Now you'll notice that... Well, actually it doesn't have it here. Well, some abilities can have a greater than 100% base. The reason it has that is because resistances will, well, lower those chances. Let's try and stun him again. Damn. Hoping I get my chance to use my buff before it disappears. Oh wait, it lasts an entire battle. Never mind. Now, as you saw, his pistol ability has a little extra damage against marked enemies. That's not something we have yet, but it is something that you're going to want to get. Oh boy. Now, as you notice, my heroes are gaining something called stress. While
Diminished.
While health is important in this game, stress is the thing you really need to worry about.
Eradicated.
Because it plays a massive part. Now, whenever your characters come back from any missions they go on, which is, again, part of the big part of this game, they will be fully healed. Don't have to worry about them having wounds that reduce their health for the next mission. What you do have to worry about is their stress, because that stays with them. Now let's get him bleeding. And we'll go over that, you know, eventually.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Well, shit. Did not expect him to actually get on death's door this early. Basically, Death's Door is a massive debuff. Not only that, but any blow that your hero suffers could be the last. Yeah. It also causes a massive stress increase, but luckily we didn't see it this time around. I'm hoping I can kill this guy, which I should be able to, before this ends.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Blood. This is something new from Crimson Court. The blood is a special type of supply item. Any collected bottles of the blood will be retained in your state at the quest end. They may be added to provisions of embarking parties. The blood is rare. Spread it around wisely amongst those in need. Well, thankfully, I have nobody in need of it. And something else to keep in mind. Do not give it to certain people. I'll go over that when the time comes. Bandit's trapped chest. Ordinarily, you'd never be able to open it. I don't know what the point of it is, but because we have the stronger start, we get a key, which allows us to safely open it.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
You know, the Eldritch Killing Incense is good. Stalwart Buckle, not the best. Oh, and one other thing. The only way to get off Death's Door is to heal the party member, but even then, they'll still have some major debuffs till the end of the quest. Alright, got an okay supply of gold. Got their resolve leveled up. No new quirks, good. Or sometimes bad, depending on what the good quirks they get. Yeah, quirks are another major part of this game. Basically... Oop.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Man, he wasn't kidding about this place being squalid. Hell, the vast majority of the places are boarded up and closed. Anyways, as I was saying, quirks are basically specialty things about your heroes. They can be either good or bad. And the thing is, quirks don't necessarily stay, even the good ones. Because they can easily be replaced by other ones that you may not necessarily want. Now, we've got good ones, again, because of the Stronger Start mod. But that could very quickly change. They could get some very bad quirks. Now, we've got our ancestors' memories. This is
In
basically...
time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
This is basically where we can rewatch cutscenes and all other things. Graveyard, this is...
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
This is where basically... Well, essentially this is the equivalent of the memorial wall from XCOM. And lastly, we have the stagecoach.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
I kinda really hope corpses don't find their way to us, because if they are, I've got some serious questions for the stagecoach rider, like, why are they dead, or why are you digging up corpses and bringing them to me? Now, your first two heroes will always be a Plague Doctor and a Vestal, and recruiting from the stagecoach is free.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
And he'll always have something to say the first time you recruit a new hero.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Now, they are free to recruit, however, you have very limited space. But that can be changed, as each part of the hamlet, well, minus the graveyard and the ancestral memories, can be upgraded. This is where these come into place. Heirlooms and whatnot. You can use them to upgrade different parts of the hamlet, do various things. And with the Crimson Quest DLC, there's also districts, which unfortunately are locked for now. I say for now, let's get the Stagecoach Network to increase the number of heroes we can recruit from, and the Hero Barracks.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Now, with nothing else to do, let us embark.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Now, there are only 2 locations available to us, but there's no way in hell we're tackling the darkest dungeon now. We need to have heroes that are level 6 in order to take it on. So for now, all we can do is go into the ruins. Now, let's see what the skills are for our Plague Doctor. Now, as you can see, they can have that's a total of 7 skills available, but they can only have 4 available at a time. Let's see, Plague Grenade, that's always useful. Incision, probably going to replace that when I get the chance. Emboldening Vapors is good, as is Disorienting Blast. As you can see, that has something called Clear All Corpses. That's something else about this game I'll be going over when we get to it. Now, as you can see, they do have a preferred position. That is where they are most useful in the party. Let's see here. Let's check our Vestal. Mace Bash, again, probably going to replace that. Divine Grace, that's always something you want to have. Illumination, Hand of Light, not the best. Probably going to be spending a lot of money to replace these 3, but definitely keeping Divine Grace. The Vestal is one of the more reliable healers. Now, I'm not sure what triggers it, but apparently whenever you get a certain combination, because I haven't seen another one beyond these four, it triggers special names. They have no effect, but hey.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Yes, this is where we must go to purchase supplies we need for the journey. As you can see, the blood we collected, which is free, shows up here, and there's a limited number of things we can buy. However, whenever you bring certain party members along, you can get free stuff. For example, because we have a Plague Doctor, we got free anti-venom, and I'm not sure if it was the Vestal or the Crusader, but we got a free Holy Water. Could be useful. Now, there are 3 things, technically 4, but 3 things that you need to always bring with you whenever going on a journey. Torches to light the way, shovels to take care of obstacles, and food to feed your heroes. Because this is a short one, I'm going to go with 8 torches, 12 food, and no matter what, always bring 2 shovels. And in case you ever find a special locked place, you're going to want to bring a skeleton key. Outside of that, you're going to want to keep your inventory relatively empty for treasures. Oh, and this is something else new added in Crimson Court. Laudanum. A soothing tincture to inure one's mind against the horrors of the dark. Now, because I haven't played this yet, at least the Crimson Court DLC, I have no idea where I'm going to find that kind of stuff. So, hey, who knows? Without further ado, let us embark, and I will see you once the mission is loaded. Okay, first mission of the game. Surprised the narrator didn't chime in. And there are typically 4 missions or 4 mission types. One is explore 90% of all rooms. It's a simple one, just look around and explore. The second, free torch. I'll take that.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I mean, I know we get a refund on provisions we don't use, but wouldn't really call that wealth beyond measure. Anyways, like I was saying, there is explore 90% of rooms, clear 100% of room battles, activate 3 of various quest items, and boss battles. Word of advice, if you don't know what's in the room ahead, because there are ways to find out, always make sure your torchlight is at Radiant. Which, speaking of which, oh, you have got to be kidding me. We had Radiant Light and we still got surprised. Idiots. And surprised in the worst way possible. So be it. Anyways, as I was saying, the torchlight can give you various benefits. In this case, because it's radiant, we get bonuses to dodge, scouting, and monsters being surprised. Now, when monsters get surprised, their party doesn't shuffle about. What does happen, however, is that they simply lose a turn. Alright, let's get some emboldening vapors. I'm gonna say the Vestal, because I don't see the Crusader being able
The blood quickens.
being able to get up to the front of the party.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Not that it mattered. Oh well, this will let me show something else off. See this button here? Bam. Lets you rearrange everybody back to their original positions. Also, one other thing about curios. Pay attention to the names. They can give you clues on what to use. Sometimes. Oh, free shovels, some crests, and a bust. Crests are going to be the most common of heirlooms that you receive. Huh.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Oh, good thing we got that free shovel. Not that it mattered anyways. Don't get surprised again. Good. Now, light has gone down to dim light. That increases our stress. There are some minor benefits to letting the light go out, such as increased loot, but I never see it as being worth it. Now, here we have a cultist acolyte. They're very bad to let live.
A singular strike.
Because their whole role is causing stress for your party. And that's not a good thing. Wow, 2 crits in a row. Because like I said, stress sticks with you even after the mission. Ugh. Not only that, but she also
Grievous
lowers...
injury. Palpable fear.
lowers your light. Alright, let's try and get rid of these bone rabble as soon as possible. Yeah, they always manage to hold on. Hit her with some more blight. Good, 8 damage.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Turn. Man, I am doing too good at...
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I'm doing too good at killing off these guys that I won't be able to
The light, the promise of safety.
show off a certain mechanic. Still haven't gotten that one thing. Screw it, I'm gonna tell it anyways. Scouting. Basically, whenever you enter a room
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
and take a look at your map, there's a chance you will get scouting, which basically shows you the area around it. You know, where there are curios, where there are traps, what's in the rooms. Very useful to get. Cultist Brawler. His whole thing is making your party bleed. But I'm more concerned about the Acolyte. Because as you can see, even at the lower levels, she can still do a lot of stress damage. Which is not good. Come on, just die. Getting some good crit heals. Does she have some sort of quirk? Because, you know, I didn't take a look. It gives her bonuses. Eldritch Hater, Nocturnal. Nope. Nothing I can see. Let's see if we can't get some blight on the Acolyte. Damn it. Because I'm pretty sure it would have killed her that turn. Oh well.
The will to fight falters.
Not for long. Wow, seriously? 3 crit heals in a row? I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but... wow. I'm just surprised.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Ah, yes, corpses. When most, as in not all of them, but most monsters die, they'll leave a corpse behind. Which basically means that they won't do anything to you, but... block you from hitting other enemies if you don't have the skills to do it.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
And basically, they act as a placeholder of where the enemy once was. You can destroy them, however, if you can kill an enemy with a damage over time attack such as Blight or Bleed, or with a critical hit, they will leave no corpse behind.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Already did, narrator. You can calm down. Let's see, an heirloom chest. Well, we've got an extra skeleton key. To get even...
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
to get even more treasures. Ah, perfect, some scouting. Which has revealed a trap. Now, if we hadn't scouted, we wouldn't have been able to do anything about that trap. It's the empty room battle with Curio. Now, let's see. As you get close to the trap, you'll see these pop up below them. Show you how well they are at the disarming traps. No, yes, no, and no. Dismas is our best one. And not only will it make it safe to pass, but it'll also relieve some stress. Now then, we do have to explore 90% of the rooms, but I think we can safely skip one of them. The only difference is, do we want a curio or treasure? We want treasure. And what is in the loot?
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Yeah, not in this case. Now, the reason you get food is because at complete random... Oh, perfect timing. Your heroes will get hungry. If you don't have the food to feed them, they'll take 20% damage to their health and a lot of stress. But if they do eat, they regain some of their health. No stress relief, but there is something else that food can be used for to relieve stress.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Thing is, we're never going to find it on an expedition like this. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention, because I'm pretty sure I started but then never finished. If you don't have a shovel to take care of a blockade, you will lose a lot of light and your heroes will gain a lot of stress.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Bon courtier. Don't know why I said it like that. These guys, much like the Cultist Acolyte, cause a lot of stress. Please tell me I at least... Okay, good, I got the buff. You're gonna want to take them out as soon as possible. Ouch. Same thing goes for these guys, as they cause a lot of damage.
Surgical precision.
There's got to be something about her that's causing her to get so many critical heals. And you know what? Let's use a Bulwark of Faith. Get some protection on our hero. Get a mark.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Mark makes him more likely to be targeted, which apparently is never the case in this scenario. But the extra protection will reduce damage against him. So, hey, it's something. Alright, let's go for the pistol round.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
I was actually kind of hoping that it would leave him with very little health so he wouldn't leave a corpse when he died from blight. But no matter. Let's take care of the Bone Soldier, seeing as how he's the weaker of the two.
Begone, fiend!
Plus, our Crusader gets bonus damage against the Unholy. The streak had to end at some point. Come on, resist. And he's stunned.
A death by inches.
Alright, let's go for some incision, get some bleed on this guy. Apparently because I can't hit him with anything else. Wait, what am I doing? Skeletons can't bleed. They have a 200% health, not health, 200% resistance to bleed for a reason.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Wait, what? Wait, did you say that because of the 40% stun resist? Because that's just idiotic. Alright, let's see if I can't stun this guy. Oh, couldn't hit him. Oh well.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Ooh, a journal page. A snippet from the journal of a doomed expedition. You can get a little bit of lore on other quote-unquote heroes that have been through here. Journal of Darius, Highwayman. Day 6. As we traveled from the hamlet, an eerie dread grew. We all felt it, but did our best to shrug it off. Sleep was difficult until Raven, one of my companions, passed me a bitter concoction. The most devout of us, Therian, prayed softly for our safety. Superstitious, but well-intentioned, I suppose. I am already falling asleep. Not yet. We've still got a chest to open.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Way ahead of you, old man. yeah, blah blah blah. It'll show us the money we get from returning items and from the various treasures. Decent amount for a short expedition. I'm actually more happy with all the heirlooms we've collected. Keep in mind, we won't always be bringing in such bounty home. Okay, resolve level up, and we got some new quirks. Hard skin, plus 10% protection. Would have been better for Reynold, but oh well. Hard noggin, 15% stun resist. Oh, that'll be good for our healer. On return to the hamlet, be sure to check the activity log, see what has transpired in your absence. But yeah, that's not going to be much.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
Let's see, over time, negative quirks will lock into place and become severe. Yeah. Yeah, she's locked in at Nocturnal, which, honestly, as a healer, her speed isn't really all that useful. Let's see, Soft, Calm, Nymphomania, plus 20% healed in the brothel. Ooh my. So you don't really need to worry about damage from her. She's mostly going to be there for buffing and inflicting blight, which isn't affected by damage. Now, we have unlocked 2 forms of stress relief, the Tavern and the Abbey.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Now, I don't really bother sending my heroes in for stress relief unless their stress is at 40 or very close to 40 in Borasa's case. Now, they do also have certain quirks that prevent them from going to certain stress relievers. Let's see, increased stress recovery. Yes, please. And I think I will reduce treatment cost.
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
Now, as you can see, currently we only have 1 slot each, but we can level them up to increase the number of slots. Personally, I go for the cheapest one, just because, well, it'll save me some money. However, as you can see, the Caretaker can take up a slot, meaning your heroes can't use it. Thankfully, it's the Penance Hall, which is the most expensive, so hey. Let's send her to the Cloister to meditate. As for our Plague Doctor, let's head to the Tavern.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
Now, while she does get more stress relief from the brothel, I'm probably going to send her to the bar.
With enough ale, maybe they can be inured against the horrors below.
Maybe if you slip in some laudanum, they will. Anyways, let's get her in the bar. Reynold and Dismas are still good to go out for another run, but let's get some other heroes. Ooh. Ooh, this is going to cause some problems. Did not expect to get an abomination. Why does this cause some problems? Well, holy people, such as Reynold or Borasa, the Crusader and the Vestal, will refuse to be in a party with an abomination.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
Which means we are probably going to have to take someone out of stress relief in order to fulfill the 4th position. I was kind of hoping I'd get an occultist. Barasa has the lowest stress, comparatively speaking, so well, that's 850 gold down the drain. Because we do have enough time for 1 more run. Ooh, we've already got some medium level. Mine just went blank. Medium level quests, but we're not taking those on yet. We're not ready for it. Let's see, clear 100% of room battles. Warrior's Cap, that could be useful. Quickening Satchel, I think I'll stick with the Warrior's Cap. So you put Barasa in the back. Unfortunately, unless I missed it. Yeah, the guild isn't available, so I can't change your skills yet. And we'll put Senless in the third position. Now, with the Houndmaster come doggy treats, which I have no idea what they do at the moment. But let's get our usual equipment: 8 torches, 12 food, 2 shovels, and a key. Alright, let's embark. See you once we're there.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Not the best of map layouts for this, considering we gonna have to backtrack. Thankfully, though, we don't have to worry as much about torchlight when backtracking. Moving on. Bookcase. Let's see, I do have a guide that will help me out with this. Bookshelf, let's see. No, not worth it. Nah, screw it. Dull and uninteresting. So nothing happened. Ouch.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Yes, we were. Come on, Scout. Never mind. First we gotta take care of these guys, whom we're thankfully surprised, in a way. Honestly, being surprised isn't always good. Yes, it gives you a free round against them. Ooh, gonna lower his protection. But it also means they all get to go at once their surprise is worn off. Let's finish off the Bone Soldier.
Executed with impunity.
Get him out of the way. Good. Keep up that dodge. Keep it up. Yeah, couldn't keep it up forever. Let's see. We'll go in for a Hound's Rush, seeing as how we get bonus damage against Mark, and he is marked, and without most of his protection. I can't shoot him. But I can shoot them. And that's gotta seriously hurt. And finish this guy
As
off.
the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Well, at least the guy cares enough to take the shots for his A9 companion. If only the K9 companion could repay him by not missing. Oh, Dismas. Well, can't hit them all. And unfortunately, Reynald can't hit anyone. Well, that is until he removes their corpses. Now, here's the thing about enemies. Just like our heroes, they can only use certain abilities in certain slots. For example, I'm fairly certain that this Bone Arbalist can't use his Quarrel ability when he's in the first 2 slots. Now, that's not to say he's defenseless. He can still attack. Alright, get some healing on yourself. And let's finish this.
Eradicated.
Good amount of gold.
This expedition at least promises success.
A locked sarcophagus, huh? A good thing we have this key.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
No scouting, and we do have to complete every single room battle. So may as well go through here.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
That poor Houndmaster. Empty. Crates are typically where you're going to find, say, heirloom-based loot. And nothing. Well, like I said earlier, torchlight doesn't go down as quickly when you're going through rooms that you've already explored. A bit of hunger, gain some health back. You can also eat food outside of those moments to regain a little extra health if you're, say, towards the end of the quest. Ooh, 2 crates.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
In some regards, it is a fortune. Now then, is there a room battle in here? Nope. Well, that just wasted my time. Though I did get a couple of good heirlooms. One thing you will always need in terms of heirlooms is crests, because crests are used in everything. And I mean everything. Stack of books. Don't use a torch on that. Plus 25 stress. Pass.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Jeez, on the last quest you guys barely ate at all.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Now you guys are eating like crazy. Didn't you get anything at the hamlet before we left? Really wishing I had my plague doctor to take care of these two with some blight, but oh well. Ouch. That just hurt. Good, she's bleeding. Bleed doesn't typically do as much damage as blight, but hey. At least, not in most cases I've seen. I think it might last longer, though. Let's see. Did we encounter a...
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
I think we did encounter a brawler in the last quest. Not sure. No, we didn't. Okay, I need to get some Bulwark of Faith going. Oh, come on. Come on, don't tell me I'm gonna see it afflicted on the first... on the first...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
second quest. Let's see... Okay, need to get Torchlight back up so I can get that buff. First I'm going to heal the Houndmaster. Then I'm going to use Bulwark of Faith to boost our torch. There we
A
go.
time to perform beyond one's limits.
Houndmaster's definitely going to need some stress relief when we get back.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
So let's finish off the Bone Soldier. That just leaves us with the Arbalist. Can't do anything to, well, anything but the corpses. What, no stress relief for critting a corpse? Aim. Alright, let's take this Arbalist down. Hopefully for good this time. Ah! Oh sure, 5 dodge, he dodges a shot easily. I have, what, 15 dodge? I think that's actually before... Yeah, that's before taking into account the light buff.
Destroyed.
And he manages to stab me.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Oh, that figures. And we still have at least one more battle to take care of. What's inside?
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Oh, great, this guy. Madman. He can basically do a critical, not critical, a stress attack that hits all party members. Let's get a tracking shot so I can
Inspiration and improvement.
buff my damage and then try and take him out next turn, if I don't hit him this turn. Yeah, he's got a singular stress attack and a party-wide stress attack. Not a good thing.
Diminished.
Alright, time is up, but I've still got to finish this quest. Oh boy. Let's get some healing on our Crusader, because he definitely needs it. Get a Bulwark of Faith going.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Please don't pull. Good. Oh, not the Hound Master.
The will to fight falters.
We may just see a affliction. Of course. Come on, Dismas.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Well, at least we took out that guy before he could do some serious stress damage.
Weakened.
That debuff is... or... no, yeah, debuff, narration is new. As well as the buff, I imagine. Yeah, that healing. It is reliable, but it is not powerful. And of course I get minimal damage on that one. Uh-oh. Come on. Damn it.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Yep. He became afflicted. That's not very good. He can do some damage to our own party. He can refuse to do some things. He can just skip his turn entirely. Ow. He can also induce a lot of stress on the party members. However, on the flip side of that, heroes also have the chance to become virtuous when their resolve is tested, which is a very good thing. Then again, anything that isn't becoming afflicted is a very good thing. Yeah, these guys are kicking my ass. Well, at least she'll die next turn.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
As will this guy.
Unforgiving.
A death by inches.
Ooh. Overture box. Did not expect to get a trinket like that. And it's definitely from the base game. Let's see. Alchemy table. Let's see. Herbs. Don't have any of those. Torch. I don't need that either, but I may as well because I'm about to use one anyways.
The light. The promise of safety.
Okay, I'm hoping this is the last room battle. But I can't afford to give Reynold any food just in case I'm wrong. So he'll have to rely on our Vestal. Still can't. Yep, that's why. But at least it's just brigands. And they dodge every single one. Yay. It's probably gonna put him on. No, not yet. Though that probably will.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Boy, this is, not the best of missions.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Oh god, please resist, please resist. Oh, thank god. See, whenever they are on death's door, every hit is a chance to kill them, but not all of them. Or let me rephrase that. It's not guaranteed to kill them. They can survive it. Now let's go after the Fusiliers. Come on. Gotta take these guys out before they do any more damage. Like that guy.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Alright, get some healing on him. Even though I'd like to heal others as well.
Well struck.
Praise the steadfast hound. Indeed. Praise him
Decimated.
as you would a certain gaseous orb within the cosmos. Oh, jeez. Let's see. I'm gonna use Bulwark of Faith.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Good, that's what I was hoping for. Get a bit of healing on him. I was hoping we'd be able to go first, but good, he dodged.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Please, no more battles. Will you shut up? Nope. No, not dealing with that.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
No, we are not dealing with that. Not anytime soon. Let's see. Give you some food. Let's see, give Reynold some food. And give him the rest, actually. Alright, let's do this. Okay, only one stress inducer.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Yeah. Yeah, basically they'll have a heart attack if they reach 200 stress. Thankfully, once you go back to the hamlet, their stress will go back down to 100, so you don't have to worry about healing all of that. Alright, let's get a tracking shot off. Get a little extra damage we can use to take down the Acolyte. Okay, good. Only one damage. That, however, was a lot more than one.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Honestly, I'm surprised their stress isn't a lot higher, given how many times they've been on death's door.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Good, he dodged. Oh boy. Gotta get rid of that Acolyte before she can get another hero afflicted. Come on, resist the pull, resist the pull. Son of a bitch.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Yay, 3 people on death's door. Ouch. Oh, come on. We are mired in wicked plots, blah blah blah. Shut up.
The blood quickens.
Had to heal her, get her off death's door. Oh, this is not good. This is really not good. Alright, I gotta swap you back so Dismas can do his thing. Good, good, because he is going to be back on death's door with the bleed. I'm gonna need to
As
heal
life
him.
ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Maybe now we can get some damage off on the Acolyte. Let's go after him. Of course I missed by one. Don't move, don't move. He moved and stunned. Great. Stop pushing him around. This is not good. Finish him off. Right. I'm gonna take a risk and go for the Hound's Rush. Good. Good. She dodged it. He dodged that. Good. Let's get some healing going. Get him off of Death's Door. Alright, he's no longer bleeding. Yeah, everything runs red. Let's take care of this guy, or at least try to. Can't get him any bleeding, but I can do a lot of damage. Ouch. Would have liked to get some stun off, but that is unfortunately not an option. Alright, let's start getting you moved back up to the front. Keep hitting that Arbalist. Are you serious? Oh, up yours. See if we can't. Nope. Couldn't finish him off. I was hoping to heal somebody else or do some moving. Yeah, I don't think this guy's going to be worth spending the money on. Bone Defender is down. All we can do is move Reynold. May as well keep him alive because his death would cause a lot of stress. Not the best of expeditions. Which
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
goes to show, no matter at what point in the adventure you are, this game can still kick your ass. I know we're well over our
More
time at this
bones
point.
return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
But I am going to take a little bit longer. Just to take care of a few things. Good amount of crest made up for what we spent. Let's see. Eagle Eye. Okay, that's good. Unquiet Mind. May not meditate while in town. That's fine with me. Photomania. Let's see. Negative 20% stress of torch above 75. Nice. Unholy Slayer. Doesn't matter. Citiomania. Obsessed with food. Meditator. Improved stress reduction while meditating and while camping. Yes. That's going to be so useful. Wait, was meditation the level 1 or the level 2 stress
Though
reduction?
long years may seek to separate them,
Action and consequence will invariably have their dreadful reunion.
Intolerable. Clouds of mosquitoes and other less identifiable pests continue to descend upon the hamlet with maddening Maddening persistence. Illness and irritation abound. Let's see. Developed resilience on spirits. New quirk Tippler. I believe that means she can only drink, which kind of renders Nymphomania useless. Yay! Let's see. Well, the blacksmith and the guild have been unlocked. That's good. Take care of that another time, though. Sinalis, you're not going to be worth the cost it'll take to heal you, so sorry, but bye-bye.
Another soul battered and broken, cast aside like a spent torch.
Man-at-arms. I'm probably going to focus on getting all of the new stuff first, like getting one of each hero before I focus on getting duplicates. Now, let's take care of this stress. Oh, you son of a bitch. Tell me I can at least... Okay, good. And thankfully she's got Meditator, so she's going to get a lot more stress relief from this. Now, let's see. Need to make sure I've got them with good positioning. You take the first. Reynold... He doesn't have enough stress that I can't send him out again, so I can send him out on the second slot. See, Dismas definitely can't go on another trip, so head to the bar, my friend. Let's see, our Plague Doctor can take the third position. But I need somebody for the fourth once more. And I can't do with Borusa what I did before. Do I take another Highwayman simply to fill the fourth slot? I'm not sure. But that's something for me to worry about another time. Because we are, quite frankly, out of time. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I will see you guys in the next episode.